Hello, I'm Danny and welcome to BHP Bikes. Today I am out riding the Yamaha Tracer 900 GT. Now, I picked this up about an hour or so ago from Freestyle Yamaha, so a massive thumbs up to them. And we have been just for a normal blast. You'll know the route from my head cam footage, you'll know where I've been riding and whatnot. It's just my usual, I know the roads, I know what my XR used to perform like, I know what all the test bikes perform. It's kind of like my benchmark of routes. So, first 10 minutes were hell. I hated this bike. It was almost to the point I was going to just take it back and go, look, just no point. However, I stuck it out. I got to my first stop, which is always my friend's garage, who's a massive motorcycle fan, and we looked at it and we realised that we put the seat in the high position, but what it was doing was it was tipping me forward and I was sliding and crushing my nuts, and it just made the bike feel, I just wasn't very comfortable. I was always moving around on it. Since I've done that, oh my god, what a transformation. This bike is absolutely ridiculous. I've had an absolute ball on it. It is very, 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 very torquey. I think it's producing about 85 newton meters of torque, about 8.5 grand. It's got 115 horsepower. It is pretty well sorted. And coming from a bike that had 165 horsepower and shit tons of torque and whatnot, I was kind of, nothing was going to compete with that. Well, actually, this bike does. This competes with it very, very well. So, let's go around and have a look at some features and whatnot. So, let me just find the keys. So a few things. Firstly, keys miles away down here. It's quite a long reach and a bit awkward to turn on and off, but not the end of the world. I mean, you know, it's not a game changer. The screen for me is pointless. It's like riding a naked. I sit way above that, even when in its highest position. It's not very good, and it's easy change. And driving along, you can just pull a button and pull it up, torque it up. So it's not so bad. This comes with, because it's a GT version, it comes with a quick shifter. Now this is actually pretty good. In fact, I haven't had any missed gears or anything. It's banged up perfectly. And to be honest, it's even banged down a few times when I've forgotten that it's not a downshifter. So, let's have a look. Walk round. So we've got full stainless steel exhaust system by the looks of it. You know, it's a one-piece system, if I remember right. Yes, it's a one-piece system. So if you want to change the silencer, you need to change the whole king and caboodle. It's running Yamaha's own brand of 4-pot calipers, and they're all right. They're a little bit, I wouldn't say vague, but they're a little bit, you know, whatever. And it's obviously running a standard rear brake caliper there that everyone has. Right, yes, let's look at the dash, shall we? Turn it on, and I'll go through the start sequence with you. Now this has pretty much everything you could want. It's got your fuel gauge, your trip meters. Look, do you know what? I don't even know why I'm turning it on. That's what it is. You've also got this wheelie thingy on the side here, which you can scroll through your trips and your temperatures and all that sort of nonsense. Comes with cam guards, heated grips are standard. Comes with full luggage. Comes with side panniers, which are colour coded to the bike, if I remember correctly. The one thing I don't particularly like is the manual preload adjuster on the back. I had this on my Triumph, and that's one of the reasons why I actually got rid of my first Explorer, because I don't want to adjust that. I want the bike to work that all out for me. All this technology on the bike, why do I have to sit there and tweak it? Now, I hit the forums and decided to have a look around and see what problems this bike what problems this bike has. And to be honest, the reviews are pretty good. In fact, they're very good. In fact, you know, the MT-09 engine is an inline 3. It's a great engine, and it's bulletproof from what I've read. Nothing's going to go wrong with that. There's been a few wiring problems that people have pointed out, but once again, I'm not too worried. I'm not too sure about it. I can't see that being a massive cost if you have to change the loom. I don't think it's going to be that bad. It's what goes wrong in the engine that causes problems. One thing people did say was that the plastic starts to rattle after time. And then looking around, I thought I'd go and have a poke around and see. And so in here you've got this kind of weird thing, and you can imagine that becoming quite, you know, it's a bit plastic fantastic. However, I don't care. Like, the wind noise going along, I'm not too worried. That doesn't bother me. And let's not forget, right, this bike, brand new on the road, is 11 grand. you know, and it comes with everything that BMW offers, but it's a standard. And to be honest, from reading the forums, people are touring on these and they're loving it. So do you know what, it's a high contender. Now you know my channel. I've been riding what, 6 years, 7 years now, so you know I like big Euro trips, and but I also want to be on a bike where I can crack on and get it tipped over, and this appears to be able to do that very well. I don't know what it's going to be like fully luggaged up, and it probably take a few miles to get the preload adjusted. And then, I mean, the other thing is my wife now, we have 2 kids and all that sort of nonsense, so she's not so keen to get on the back, but she does enjoy the bike, and you know, she wanted to come out today on it, to be honest, but I ain't doing a test ride on a bike for the first time with a wife on the back. So, you know, but the thing is carrying a pillion isn't such an essential thing anymore. And the other thing is I probably need to slow down a little bit. I do lean towards speed, unfortunately, and the way things are at the moment, maybe not a good idea. But you know what, do you know what, this morning I hated this bike, and the more and more I stare at it, do you know what, I am very, 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 very pleased with it. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go and crack on, and we're going to go and see what this bike can really do through the bends. That quick shifter is, yeah, quick shifters are good. Also comes with cruise control, which for me is essential. I don't care what anyone says, cruise control for someone that wants to keep their license is a must. And especially if you're touring, like, you know, you're bashing out. I mean, on my XR, I was doing 10-hour days, you know, through Andorra and all through Spain and God knows where else. No bother at all. And cruise control was just one of those moments where you can just, you know, release and, you know, stretch that hand, do a zip up, or, you know, things like that, which I think is very, very important. Now I'm just doing all my pockets up. Right, let's go and wind this up. Got to remember I need the clutch on the way down. There are a couple of things I don't like about it. Side stand, you got to kind of get your toe in a little bit. It's a little bit awkward, and took a few attempts to get first. I'm getting the hang of it now, which is fine, but it's not just where you'd kick it out and where you want it to be. But it's something you just get used to. And then the other thing is this left cluster here with all the clutch, where all the indicators, lights, and all that crap is, where you expect your flasher to be, and where you expect the horn to be in different places. And it's yeah, I tried flashing my lights at someone earlier, and I changed modes. Right, this is a nice straight bit of road. So yeah, it's been I've enjoyed it. It's been a good ride today. It's like, can't complain. Heated grips are on somehow. They get lovely and warm. No idea how to turn them off though. It's on this wheelie thing, you have to spin it till it's white or something. Press it till it's white. Or just ride with hot hands. I love it. You know, genuinely, I am quite pleased. You know, I am generally, I do enjoy it. I am, you know, I think I would buy one, but like, I've got to buy a new seat, and then, well, new seat, new screen. So what? That's going to be 300 quid at least, isn't it? I would have thought. But I'm not any more cramped than I would be on the previous bikes. So overall, quite good. One thing I will say though, right, is you've got to be doing more than 30 in the cruise control, which I actually, in 30s, I like to set it at like 27, right, because I'm an arsehole like that. So let's just try something. Once you've set it, you can drop it into 28. Ooh. So that's not so bad. I can make that work. Cruising at 30, 6 gear, doing 1500 RPM. That's not bad at all. Now the question is disengaging the cruise control. Quick flick at, hey, that was smooth. We like that. That was smooth. Right. And it doesn't have a quick shifter. Down. A down blipper. But it mashes through the gears quite nicely. Maybe I shouldn't say that in the video. I'd like to say thank you for Freestyle Yamaha for lending me this bike for the day, and I am genuinely interested in buying it, so it's not a wasted test ride on their front at all. I'm actually going to go and fill it up with some juice right now, so obviously they're not out of pocket for me having a scream on it. And then thirdly, please do make sure you like, share, subscribe, and if you can, give me the thumbs up, and I'll catch you all in the next video. See you later, bye bye, ciao.